Hello and welcome to Who Does Wars TV. I am your host, Mike B. Here we are at the other end of the bunker, mainly because I've had a very busy weekend. I'm testing out the new mic. Hopefully that's working. I've had to move, so geography-wise, we're in the bunker. Now, normally down this end was the shelf of shame, as you can see, probably just a bit of that. That's been here a while. That's the review stuff we need to get sorted out. But now I've had to move into this stuff from office I had in the house. Because the wife who's working from home and has been significantly working from home for most of the lockdown it looks like she's going to stay working from home. So I've been kicked out of my office in the house, and I'm moving it into here, which I've been doing most of the weekend. So it involved getting the desk in, getting the computer in, getting networking wired up. That has been a challenge, and moving all my crap in, like my large collection of Blu-rays and comic books, and moving stuff up. It's been very busy. I'm exhausted, so I haven't really had much chance to look at stuff. However, as we're here, let's do a quick one. So let's do what we've been played, or what I played. So let's do that. So yes, played stuff. Starkiller Quest is something I got to the table on Friday. Played that with Ben and Bob and Robbie, and we had to go. That's Ben's copy of it. He backed it on Kickstarter. To be fair, I've not seen a huge amount of buzz about it. I've not seen anything about it really. He's had that about a month or so. Nothing. I've not seen anything. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong channels. So for those who are not in the know, it is a sci-fi redo of Starkiller Quest. And Starkiller Quest is a game I really enjoy. It's a very simple, fun dungeon crawl, dice chucker, lots of exploding dice flying everywhere, Eric Lang design, and it's fun. It suffers from Kickstarter bloat. I have numerous copies of Starkiller Quest and the Starkiller Quest Helver box and all that sort of stuff. It is an awful lot of fun. The biggest challenge I have at the moment is if I want to play it, is getting everything out of the box and sorting out what goes where, who, why, and what. So we played the base Starkiller Quest with a few tweaks on there, a few bits of the bling in. What it's essentially done is it's kind of streamlined down Starkiller Quest, which I haven't played for a while, but it came back to me fairly quickly. Just kind of cut down on some of the faff. The campaign is a bit shorter. There's left naffing around in between it. It's taken a lot of the... So you've got like a board now with chits you put into it for your upgrades, whereas before it used to be a card deck. Just some nice quality of life improvements in there. And plays just as fast and loose as the original game, but actually probably a little bit faster and a bit looser. It just seems to move a bit faster, and yeah, just generally feels it is. I know the intent was to streamline it, and I'm not entirely could put my finger on what they've done, but they've definitely kind of just tweaked bits and pieces here, just taken some of the faff out. And it just kind of, it does move a lot faster, and it's it's Starkiller Quest in all but name. Starkiller Quest, but yeah, a lot of fun. Enjoyed that. I enjoyed Starkiller Quest. If you like Starkiller Quest, it's more of the same. I never went in on it because I've got a shit ton of Starkiller Quest, and it was essentially, I don't believe they were compatible anyway. And it's just like a 2.0 really version of it. A lot of fun. As I say, I've not seen very much about it. It is Cool Mini or not, and I know I've kind of fallen out of love with them to a point because they do tend to just milk you to death. But yeah, it was entertaining. Enjoyed it, liked it, fun. Does what it does in the box. If you like Starkiller Quest, then yes, this is more the same. If you've never played it, then yes, if you're going to invest, I suspect probably the best bet is actually to invest in Starkiller, because it is just a little bit of a smoother, refined gaming experience. And that was fun. And then on Sunday, we mostly finished up our game of the first campaign of Forgotten Waters, the second part of the thing. Now, Forgotten Waters has been a huge amount of fun. It's from Plaid Hat Games. It's a pirate-themed game. It's a real-time, sort of, there's a timer in it. Worker placement, essentially you're placing your workers on the book I showed you last week, and doing the actions. It's very simplistic. It plays up to 6. We've played for only 4 players on both games we played of it. But it is very light, very fun. You have this narration over the app that it uses. It uses like a web interface for all the crossroads cards, all the cards you would normally pull out of a deck. All of that is narrated via this website, this app. and it's fun. They're very well acted and done. It's humorous, it's silly, and it works really well. It's a huge amount of fun. I think there's 3 actual, I say campaigns, but they're kind of like 2-part adventures. But there's 3 of them in the base game. We've played one of them, and yeah, hugely enjoyable. If you like your pirate themed games, that is slavishly lathered and all sorts of pirate stuff. It's very silly. I think I mentioned last week that it feels a little bit like Sea of Thieves, that game where you're kind of sailing around doing pirate stuff. Bit of Monkey Island even probably in there, but yeah, very good fun. Really good. Plaid Hats, since they've broken off from Asbay, it's their first sort of singular release. I like the crossword system. It is in there. It doesn't, well, it announces when it's doing crossword stuff on the card. It doesn't quite feel as impactful because you haven't got that deck teasing you, so you're not kind of going, we're going to pull for the crosswords deck. It is all in there and it all works very well. It is very much a lighter game experience than something like Dead of Winter, and there was Gen 7 they did, which I've still yet to get to the table because it's just a bit of a rulebook hog and just hasn't enticed me, but I will do at some point. But yes, very good fun. That was Forgotten Waters. That was from Plaid Hat Games. Then aside from that, news-wise, there wasn't a great deal newsworthy that I've really kind of jumped out at me. There's the Dinosaur World that's coming into Kickstarter in September, which is coming from Pandasaurus. Liked Dinosaur Island. I will withhold and see what this does. Does it do anything different? Is it doing any fresher stuff? I never picked up Dinosaur Island on the Kickstarter. I picked it up later at retail because I saw it cheap somewhere. And it's a game we've played quite a lot. I'm not convinced that any of the Kickstarter bling would have made any difference to it other than just probably bloating it. So I will probably wait this one out and see. I'm not like, desperate to back it, but we'll see. We'll have a look what it's doing and what it's all about. I quite like the original, although it's got different designers involved in it. There is SSO Rage of Montalbano is just hit onto Kickstarter. That's from Manor Kent Games. Now, up here in the Shelf of Shame, I picked this up at last year's Expo, if I'm honest with you, and as you can see, it's still in its shrink. And it's got one expansion with it, which I picked up. It was reasonably priced, and it is reasonably priced on the Kickstarter. And it's another big fat expansion for it. These are kind of, and I played it at the Expo with the designer, sat down and played it. They are kind of like a very light sort of cooperative, traitor elements, kind of stuff like Nemesis and Last Form to a point, Dead of Winter, all that sort of stuff, but like in a very compacted thing. Graphic design is, I will say, rudimentary. I was more drawn towards the gameplay of what this is doing. Though, as you can see, I've not actually opened it up and done it. I hear on good authority that the rulebook's atrocious, and even the design at the time acknowledged that it's not great. This new version's come out with a streamlined rulebook that I've seen enough. Mark Dainty, if you've seen him, who does Not Bored Gaming, which is a solo-based YouTube channel. It's very good, Mark. Recent to the party, but already far surpassed us on viewers. But his stuff, it's generally I would recommend that have a look if especially if you're a solo player. But he did a review of it, and it seems to make a lot of sense. So if you're in the mood, they're fine. I mean, I'm not going to really recommend it because I've not played it, and I've had it sat on my shelf for the best part of it over a year, and I just haven't had time. But yeah, I picked it up. I own it. I bought it, but I've never actually got around to playing it and reviewing it. But I was just peeking a look at the Kickstarter for it, which is reasonably priced. I just don't know whether there's bigger, better, polished games out there do the same thing, is what I would say, probably in regards to that. But, if you want to support a UK designer, a small independent designer, then certainly I would never at any point tell anyone not to do that. So there's that. Kickstarter-wise, I really picked a lot, but there's not a lot on there that's blowing my socks off that I've seen. But then it's just... There's a few things I mentioned last week. Deception's still on there. They're kind of struggling to reach their goal. I don't know if they're going to do it. Again, it looks really nice. I'm kind of all kickstarted out, and I'm kind of all backed out. I'm not really rolling in cash at the moment. And then their Portal Games, they've been doing their Day of the Year of Moloch or whatever, which is all tied into Neuroshima Hex. They've releasing an RPG related to that, or reprinting it. And there's a bunch of new sort of bits and pieces for Neuroshima Hex, which is a fun game. It really only works as 2-player. It does play 4, but it's a weird thing. It doesn't quite work in my knowledge of playing it. It was all right, but it really is kind of solid as a two-player chess-like sort of abstracted strategy game, with as much theme as they could throw at it. That's kind of fun. Giveaway stuff, I need to sit down and sort that out, but obviously clearly I've been busy moving around, which is why I'm just kind of throwing together this video. There is here, and here is, as I'm working on my top 50 games video, which I'm hoping to maybe start filming bits of it. If not this week, next week, and that's that. I've mainly been bumbling around. I haven't really had a chance to do much. It's been that this weekend. I don't know what I'm going to play, but I'm going to get some games in, hopefully, as the threat of lockdown has been knocking at the door, which is a shocking development. Yeah, that's it, really. This is very short and sweet, just to kind of catch you up. So, yes, there's a top 50 I'm working on. I need to look at the giveaway. There's some other bits that I'm sure I've promised down the road. Excuse me. Bunch of reviews. Be looking at Escape the Dark Sector, Techlandia, definitely is and Deceptive Season 1. I have played bits of these, but not enough that I'm going to comment at this point in time. But they're the kind of the top of the agenda of the review pile at the moment. And I've turned down some other stuff. I have got one more thing coming, which is from Tinkerbot Games, which the guys that did Ghostal, which Ghostal was really good, really solid dice chucker, really fun theme meshed with it of you playing ghosts trying to scare people out of a hotel. Beautiful art and design, lovely game. Not COVID, I promise. That's the end of the man flu from the other week. They are sending me, Bevan was in touch, they're sending me kind of pre-production version of their new game, and I will have that probably in the next week or so. So I'll do an unboxing-y type thing, and we'll look at it, and we get some sort of first look review type shit going on. So that's it. That's probably it, really. I will be looking at the giveaway. I will sort something out. I don't know what yet. But that's kind of us done for the minute. Just really as a quick catch up. I hope you stay safe, stay well. We'll be back next week with more of this stuff, maybe even later this week. Who knows? But yes, just really bring you up to speed. Just a big quick one. Just a quick one this time, as it were. Short and sharp. Boom, in. Have fun gaming, of course, and we'll be back soon. Until then, this might be signing out and stuff. Goodbye.